Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. A traffic stop in North Battleford resulted in weapons and drug trafficking equipment being taken off the street. During proactive patrols on Tuesday night by Battleford's RCMP, officers stopped a vehicle on 100th Street. The occupants were found to be breaching court conditions and 3 men and 1 woman were arrested. A search of the vehicle turned up a sawed-off firearm pictured here, bear spray, a knife and drug trafficking equipment. All 4 occupants of the vehicle were charged with multiple offenses and appeared in provincial court yesterday. 4 people were taken to hospital after a crash north of Prince Albert yesterday afternoon. Prince Albert RCMP responded to a 2-vehicle collision at 2 p.m. yesterday at the intersection of Highway 2 and Red Wing Road just north of Prince Albert. RCMP say a truck and SUV collided and the 3 occupants of the truck were uninjured. The 4 occupants of the SUV, all women, were taken to hospital with various injuries. Parkland Ambulance says a 21-year-old and a 20-year-old woman are in serious condition, while the 25 and 32-year-old women are in good condition. Police and a collision reconstructionist are looking into the circumstances of the crash. An intense storm system swept through Saskatchewan last night with 2 confirmed tornadoes. This video was taken near Macklin, just 30 kilometers northwest of the community. Environment Canada says a tornado touched down in the Dilbury Lake Provincial Park in Alberta, and 5 people were left with minor injuries. The second tornado also touching down in Alberta, southwest in Paradise Valley. Meanwhile, many in Saskatchewan witnessed a light show in the sky as a storm swept through our province. Environment Canada says there were 274 lightning strikes in the Saskatoon area.
So first of all, the storms started in Alberta yesterday afternoon and then developed into a line of storms, which pushed through west central Saskatchewan first, and then pushed through the Saskatoon area overnight, and then southeastern Saskatchewan early in the morning.
Environment Canada says it's tracking another system from Alberta that could bring more storm activity tomorrow. Meanwhile, in Yorkton, the city narrowly avoided declaring a state of emergency due to the rainfall. The city's mayor says the investment of about $30 million to improve flood mitigation over the last 10 years has paid off. But Yorkton's wastewater treatment plant was pushed to the limit last week. It's equipped to handle water for a population of about 40,000 people, but on Tuesday it was taking on the water of about 100,000 people.
So over the course of those days, about 40 million liters of water was just pushed directly into the creek because our system simply couldn't handle it. With a new plant, obviously, that would be something we'd be able to handle. And so that's some of the work that we're trying to do now to better prepare ourselves for the future.
The city of Yorkton has been asking both the provincial and federal governments for help with a new wastewater treatment plant, warning that the current system can't support the city's rapid growth and weather events like a heavy rainfall much longer. There are several East Central communities that remain under a state of local emergency from last week's severe rainfall, but things are getting better. As Virginia DeClute tells us, road access to the Cody First Nation has been restored.
After heavy rainfall hit the parkland last week, some communities declared a state of emergency, Cody First Nation being one of them, due to road washouts.
And we just experienced a great amount of water at once. And the infrastructure of the culverts, when the creek's filling up, just couldn't handle the overflows.
The torrential rain flooded basements on the reserve, but it also made damage control difficult, as roads to the east, west, and north were flooded.
So we helped when they're on getting pumps, and we made it back in time because the road went out. So if we didn't make it back in time with all the pumps, there'd be a lot more homes that were more damaged.
On a video taken by a band member, a big crack is visible to the south on Highway 8. Soon after, the pavement collapsed under a vehicle, cutting the reserve off entirely for 2 days.
Good thing we had some gas and diesel available and other essentials that people can access.
The Ministry of Highways soon put up a temporary bridge, and water was cleared from nearby roads, restoring critical access for Cody and other surrounding communities.
A temporary bridge is put there until the highway has planned to put, to rebuild it, to repave it, to put a new culvert so that it can be fixed up.
Flooding wasn't the only natural disaster to hit the community. Just a few days prior, on June 28th, a tornado ripped through the area. For now, the community is focused on rebuilding.
His basement's heaving now, so there's a bunch of cracks and it's kind of coming up from the ground to the water, pushing it up. And it's pretty bad.
He says there is still hundreds of basements the community needs to clear up. Fruzsina de Klut, CTV News, Cody First Nation.
Well, Jeff, as we look back at all that weather craziness, hopefully that's not going to be the story as we look into the weekend and beyond.
Well, right now, John, things are still unstable, little unsettled conditions. Tonight might not be such a big deal. Tonight it looks as though the situation is relatively calm in many areas of Saskatchewan, including Prince Albert. But as we roll into tomorrow, daytime heating, some instability out there. We still run the risk of some showers and thunderstorms. And so we'll talk a bit more about the details connected with that situation later on.
The average price of a home in Saskatoon and Regina is growing further apart. A new report from the Saskatchewan Realtors Association shows a nearly $100,000 difference in house prices between the two cities. In June, the benchmark price of a home hit nearly $450,000, while in Regina, it hit a high of just over $356,000. Analysts say demand in both cities is outpacing inventory, with many homes being bought quickly after they hit the market. And that's driving prices up, but it's happening much quicker in Saskatoon, where the benchmark price is higher than both Winnipeg and Edmonton. The Saskatchewan Realtors Association says if the gap continues to widen, people might think twice before moving to Saskatoon.
Two cities that are, 2.5 hours apart, but have two very different stories to tell right now in how they build out their cities, how they attract people, how affordable they are, and I think people will start asking questions.
The Realtors Association doesn't see any relief on the horizon, with current trends expected to continue for some time. 5 inmates have been mistakenly released from Saskatchewan correctional facilities this year. The government says the mistakes are part of an administrative error, noting they're rare, accounting for less than 0.1% of inmate releases each year. Officials say errors can include clerical, communication, paperwork, or processing mistakes. In one of the errors, it took police 105 days to arrest an inmate who was released by mistake.
There are a lot of questions and not a lot of answers from the minister, which is why we are calling for the government to launch an independent investigation.
The government says when a release from custody error happens, a committee reviews the incident and provides advice to prevent a similar situation from happening again. Thousands of ladybugs were released today in Regina. The annual ladybug release saw 200,000 of the insects released into Victoria Park or taken home by participants. The goal of the event is to educate the public about biological methods for pest control. A single adult ladybug can consume 50 aphids a day while being harmless to your plants. They can also help with pollination as they travel from flower to flower.
Ladybugs do a lot to help control pest populations, particularly aphids. They're really good at controlling the aphid population. They can eat about 5,000 aphids, in their lifetime.
Organizers say more than 1,000 people came out today, and the first ladybug release in Regina was held in 2015. When we come back, a fundraiser with some tasty burgers this weekend. Jasmine Pelche chats with the Prince Albert YWCA to see where the funds will go.
Joining me is David from the YWCA to talk about the upcoming barbecue fundraiser that's going on. So, barbecue fundraiser going on. When and where is it going to be?
Well, we're very excited. This is going to be the 7th annual fundraiser barbecue hosted by Mr. Mike's. So it's going to be at Mr. Mike's right out in their parking lot in the Cornerstone shopping area down in Prince Albert.
So apart from the barbecue, what else is going to be happening?
Well, we like to make the event grow a little bit every year. So as it's the 7th year, we've added a few things. We're going to have live music. We'll have some local favorites playing. Mystery Train, Kelly Kula, and Dave Arsenal will all be performing during the event from 11 to 4 o'clock, or 11 to 3 o'clock, And we're going to have some activities out there, some face painting, henna, some coloring and activity sheets for the kids, some games, jumbo Jenga, beanbag toss, just a lot of things to add to the atmosphere as well. They'll have beach radio on site, and they'll be taking entries for their summer giveaway. So quite a bit going on in addition to the barbecue. Well, we're just trying to really add it more. So we're going to have more seating outdoors. We're going to have some more shaded seating. We tend to have good weather, fingers crossed, for this event. So a lot of people like to come hang out, listen to the music. It's a great family event, great for all ages, actually. And it really supports a great cause. The YWCA uses all of the funds from the barbecue to deliver essential services, as well as the 20-unit affordable housing complex that we have currently under construction. So thanks to great sponsors like Mr. Mike's and the beverage sponsor, Lake Country Co-op, all of the funds raised this year, every dollar is going right to the YWCA.
What are some of those essential services?
Well, we have numerous programs. We've got a few different youth homes. We've got our settlement services. We've got our community connection center for newcomers. We've got some housing first initiatives, some women's shelters for women and youth emergency shelters. So quite a few different programs that the YWCA delivers to some of our community's most vulnerable members.
In terms of attendance, how many people are you setting up for?
Well, in the past few years, we've sold a little bit more each year, and I believe last year we cracked the 500 burger mark. So 500 burgers in less than 4 hours is a pretty good pace to keep at. So this year we're actually offering people the opportunity to put in a pre-order to pick up and skip the line, or a pre-order for delivery, minimum for 10 for the pre-orders. And all the information for the barbecue as well as the pre-order form can be found at the YWCA website, ywcaprincealbert.ca.
Is it just hamburgers or hot dogs too?
It's just the hamburger, but it's not just any hamburger. We're talking about the full-size classic Mike burger for just $8, and then we're going to have pop, water, and chips as well that you can add a drink and chips to make it a combo for $10. So very reasonably priced. It's the exact price we've had for the last year or two. So despite everything else going up in price, this great event stays the same. And again, all the proceeds, as with every year, are going right to YWCA programs.
In terms of the weather, is there sort of a contingency plan if it's not so nice that day?
Well, we do. We hope and we pray. We keep our fingers crossed, as we always do in Saskatchewan, for some nice weather. We look at the forecast, and our contingency is that we have a lot of gazebos that we're going to have set up. So we'll have a lot of shade from the sun or a break from the rain, and that'll be for where the barbecue area is, as well as where the entertainment and the music is going on. So if you come on site and the weather isn't great, we'll still be able to give you the same great service and keep you as dry as possible.
What would you say to encourage people to turn out?
Well, it's a great time. Like I said, there's the live music, there's the games, there's the community atmosphere that gets added to it, and also it's for a great cause. So all of the money, every dollar, every burger sold, it goes right towards YWCA. And again, these are the most vulnerable people in our community that we provide help and support for at YWCA.
Hey, sounds like something to look forward to. Thank you for speaking with me.
Well, thanks so much for your time.
Stick around after this short break. Jeff has the weather forecast, plus tips for taking care of your feet during outdoor event season. So, Jeff, yesterday the weather was kind of a little bit south of Saskatoon, and today it's a little bit more, I don't know what the song is, but it's a little north of Saskatoon this time.
Well, south of Saskatoon is a bit of a Johnny Cash thing. North of Saskatoon, I don't know if that's a song, but it could be your song. That's right. There you go. It could be your theme song, everybody. Yeah, north of Saskatoon.
Hey, what's going up in the sky there?
Moving on. Hey, we've got ourselves a relatively calm evening, John, as I mentioned earlier on. But once again, we're keeping our eye on these systems moving in from Alberta, and the potential for some lingering thunderstorm activity, or certainly showers, and a risk of thunderstorms is there as we make our way, not so much the overnight period, but as we make our way into tomorrow. So this system is moving through, but another low is building up, and that system is going to start moving through tomorrow and maybe having an impact in some localized areas. So here's the one system that goes through, and yes, there are some nastier parts to it. We can see that flashing up with the red and the yellow. But then as we take a look at tomorrow, making our way into the early morning hours and then tomorrow afternoon, looks like it's mostly going to be in northern areas, but there are spotty showers. Every so often you see a little bit of green, a little popcorn flare-ups there. So we'll have to keep our eye on that. It could flare up throughout the day because of the hot temperatures. 9 degrees for Spiritwood overnight, 12 for the Battlefords, 9 in Candle Lake, 11 in Birch Hills and Rostern and Nipawin and Melbourne. Melfort. So not much of a temperature range here in the overnight period. Just to keep in mind, as I say, we've got some clearing skies. Might see some fog patches showing up in some places. Now, get into tomorrow. Spiritwood, 24 degrees tomorrow with a possibility of some, about a 60% chance of showers and a risk of a thunderstorm. The same situation for Rostron. So you can certainly see it's not taking care of the whole or ruling the whole region. The Battleford's 28 under mainly cloudy skies tomorrow, mainly cloudy and 24 in Candle Lake, mainly cloudy and 26 in Birch Hills and Rostron, or rather Birch Hills and Melfort and in Nipawin. So let's take a look at what we've got going on specifically for Prince Albert and area. 11 degrees overnight, less cloudy conditions, so the clouds are clearing off. We are seeing the winds back off as well, winds out of the northwest 20, and then they're backing off to calm, and then those winds pick up tomorrow significantly as we roll, particularly into the afternoon. A 40% chance of showers, risk of a thunderstorm, and there is some strong wind gusts expected up around the 50-kilometer-an-hour mark. 29 big degrees for Saturday, 28 on Sunday, a lot more sunshine on Sunday. A sunny start to the work week, 25 degrees, staying at 25 on Tuesday with mainly cloudy skies, mainly cloudy and 24 on Wednesday. And Thursday, well, there you go, some instability, 60% chance of showers and a high of 22 degrees, and there is also a risk of a thunderstorm.
And we'll just skip ahead of this first day and look at that nice weekend ahead.
The weekend is looking very positive indeed. So if anybody felt cheated in terms of their weekend plans, maybe, or connected to, Canada Day festivities and things like that, it looks like we are having an opportunity to make up for it this weekend.
A rebound, as you say.
That's right.
Hey, Jeff, have you ever been, or I guess every athlete has this story where if they say, if coach would have just believed in me, I'd be a star. You probably have one of those of yourself, right?
No kidding.
No, you don't? Or yeah, you do?
It hurts, it hurts, it hurts. Just go on with your story.
There you go. We've all had one. Well, Riders receiver Matthew Sexton has taken the long road on his football journey to Saskatchewan. But he got his first shot in the CFL this past weekend, and he made it count.
Sexton will take it at the 10. A little bit of a stumble. Good burst on the far side. And he's got a little bit of room on the sideline. Sexton, one man to beat it. He does!
Sexton's 101-yard punt return for a touchdown was his first in the Canadian Football League. It comes with his 9th professional football team after he was cut from 5 different NFL squads, an XFL and a UFL team, as well as being released by the Red Blacks after rookie camp this year.
It feels good. It really does. It's a lot of hard work. Like you said, I bounce around a lot. So it feels really nice. It's, again, one of those, even though it was in Ottawa, all this type of stuff, it's just a full circle moment for my career. Just being able to go out there and showcase what I know I'm capable of on a proper stage.
Sexton's return was the Riders' 6th longest in team history.
Do you have a community event you would like to promote? Or maybe you'd like to draw attention to your organization. Let your local CTV station help you spread the word. Contact us at 306-922-6020 or email panews@ctv.ca. You can appear on CTV Prince Albert's News at 5 and get your message to our viewers.
Event season is ramping up in Western Canada with K-Days in Edmonton, the Stampede in Calgary, and the X in Prince Albert and Saskatoon right around the corner. Spending hours in this summer heat walking can take a toll on your feet. Alicia Fieldberg explains how to get the most out of them at events this summer.
Whether walking, watching, or waiting, you spend a lot of time on your feet at Calgary Stampede, so what you wear on them matters a lot. Many say boots are best.
Well, of course we have to have boots when we come to the Stampede. Cowboy boots, very comfortable.
Some swear by sandals.
These ones have really good arch support. They're not as soft as some of my running shoes, but in the heat, these are better.
Others favor fashion.
To be honest, they just went with the outfit, but I've been here for like an hour and my feet already hurt, so I wouldn't recommend these.
Experts say the right heels can actually help when spending all day on the pavement.
If it's got a nice supportive heel, it can help relax some of those tissues in the back of the ankle and the heel.
This Calgary podiatrist says sneakers, boots, and sandals can all all be good, but they have to fit well and provide support.
If you're looking at a really flat flip-flop that doesn't have a lot of support, I think it's going to tell you middle of the day that you might need to consider wearing a different shoe.
No matter what you choose to wear, your feet will likely get weary. Just walking from the south entrance all the way up here to the north entrance takes about 1,000 steps.
You definitely feel it at the end of the day. It's not easy walking in boots all day. They're not the most comfortable because they are wooden soled.
Calgary Stampede Show Band racks up a lot of steps with 5 daily performances throughout the grounds. In between, the band gathers outside the park, and that's not even counting parade day.
The day of the Stampede Parade, I tracked around 30,000 steps that day, and since then, I track around 21,000 steps.
They don't have a choice of footwear, so their pro tip is cushioned insoles can improve any shoe. Alicia Fieldberg, CTV News, Calgary.
A new study finds the surge in the use of drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy has been accompanied by a surge in preventable calls to poison control. Researchers at the University of Texas San Antonio looked at calls to poison control before and after 2021. That's the year U.S. officials first approved those GLP-1 drugs to be used for chronic weight management alongside diabetes. Before that switch, the call centers got roughly 1,000 to 1,500 calls about GLP-1s. The figure had reached more than 8,000 calls by 2023. The authors say most cases stemmed from unintentional dosing errors. They argue better patient education around weight loss drugs is crucial to reduce preventable mistakes. And I made a preventable mistake on the read there, so it happens to all of us.
There we have it.
Well, Jeff, the final FIFA World Cup match is on July 19th, and some Canadian star power has joined the lineup of performers for the halftime performance.
If you need time, just take your time.
Justin Bieber will co-headline the first ever World Cup final halftime show. He joins a previously announced star-studded lineup curated by Coldplay's Chris Martin. It includes Madonna, Shakira, and BTS. The performance will support the FIFA Global Citizen Education Fund. The campaign works to expand access to education and soccer opportunities for children worldwide. And boy, he looks all grown up with all those tattoos, and he doesn't have the kind of classic whatever that hairstyle was that everybody had. He's all grown up.
He's a grown-up man now.
There you go.
He's got a baby. He's got a wife.
Yeah,
oh,
I just always think of him as a kid.